Hi Scrappy friends, this is Ronnie, and today's challenge with Jennifer and Megan is to use a 2-page layout. Yeah, I haven't done one in years. And to use embossing. So I decided to use these pictures. I had one made into a 5x7 and two 4x6s. And this is my grandson and his mama. And of course they're playing in the snow. And I thought I'd also use these. I got these from Liz. It's Tin Lizzie here on YouTube. Tin Lizzie, like 4444. But she's there on YouTube. Good buddy of mine. And then I'm going to use, it's Winter Frost Paper Pack by We Are Memory Keepers. And it does come with a stamp pad. Well, it don't come with it, but I bought it to go with it. But it is with it. It is part of the collection. And some of the papers are embossed and some are not. And then it has die cuts also. But I picked out the things I thought I might use. I still might grab something else out of there. But I'm also going to use these Close to My Heart stamps. And one is Winter Wonder. And I'm not sure what this one is. Maybe Winter Wonderland? Some of the monthly ones I don't think had like a little name at the top. Or I might have it in the wrong little sleeve. I don't know. If you know, put a comment below. And it comes with this, and I thought I'd cut this circle out and put half on one page, half on the other. And then, of course, because I'm cutting the circle out, I have extra. So I thought I'd cut out some of these snowflakes to use kind of like die cuts on there. And I'm thinking about using this on there. There's more than one in there, so I think maybe half on one side, half on the other, but I'm not sure about that. And then this, I don't think I'll use the green, even though, you know, it'll go really good with that, but I think I'll probably be, if I use anything, it'll be the snowflakes. And they had some bigger cut aparts in there, but I was thinking maybe to cut apart them and using layering. I'm not sure though. And here's one of the embossed papers. You can fill embossing on there. I might use that. And I pulled out some, well, I had cardstock in the package. I'm pretty sure this came with it, but that may not have. And this is going to be my background, these two sheets, I think. But anyway, I'm going to speed up the video and get started. Thanks for the challenge. Megan, it was her idea for the 2-page layout. Her and Jennifer both do them pretty often, but that's all I ever did a long time ago, but I haven't in a while. But I'm going to do one today. I hope you stick around. So I decided, like I said, to cut the circle out, and I figured I might as well wait till start the video till I was almost done, so you wouldn't have to watch the whole thing. And it looks smaller than I was expecting, I guess, because it had a, you know, like it was embellished around it before. And here I cut this straight in half, and then later I wish I'd cut it off center a little bit, but I wasn't about to do the fussy cutting all over again, even though there was another one in there. I decided just go with it and have it half and half. And here I'm trying to decide what to use behind it, because I did want to use something behind it for some layering. And I picked the paper that it's embossed. It's really pretty. It's snowflakes that are embossed on there, and I must really like it because I did have a scrap of it. Thank goodness, because it worked out really well for the layout. And that's it right there. I'm cutting it to match the rest. And I did cut it down a little, the first piece, so I can continue on over to the next page. And it is going to be off center. There's going to be more on one side than the other. And I'm going to put the 5x7 on the left. It's going to be my feature photo. And then I'm going to have the two 4x6s on the right. And like I said, that's my grandson, Kyler, and his mama. And it snowed, and they're playing in the snow. And I've done the picture of Kyler by himself once before, but I thought I'd do this one. And I'm going to make him an album for Christmas. His mom says he really loves it when he gets the scrapbook albums, and so I thought I'd make sure that there was one with all three of them. And I do plan on making me one eventually with all three of them, but this one's actually going to be in his book. And I was looking at, and this is all faded like papers. They're all kind of monochromatic, I guess you'd say. You know, everything kind of blends so well together, and I wanted a little pop on here, so I'm using the dark navy for matting to make it a little bit darker, and I'm going to use the same cardstock for my letters for my title. And no telling where I'm at here. I probably should have cut this out. No, I wasn't gone long. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think I went to find another piece of blue cardstock that matched, and so yeah, I did have one. So yeah, it worked out good. I probably would have had to dig out a different blue if it hadn't had one more in my package. And I think this was Coronation's cardstock is where I found the other piece at in the package. And here I'm deciding where to actually place the background layer and where I'm going to put my stamps, because I'm planning on the part of is 2-page layout with embossing, and so I'm using the stamp Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, and I'm going to make a banner with it and emboss it on there with the white embossing. And I'm using Zing embossing powder, and sorry it's a little bit out of frame there. And the first time I do this, I push a little bit too hard on the snowflake, so when I get done I look at it and the snowflake don't have very much detail, so I do it again on the back side. That's one good thing about stamping and embossing. You do one side, it don't work out, flip it over, do the other side. And this Zing powder is like my favorite embossing powder. I have bought some other embossing powder, but it don't have as good a detail. I think it must be finer than some of it. But yeah, here's where I see that it's not going to work out for me, that I'm going to need to do the snowflake again. The letters, the Let It Snow looked fine, but the snowflake didn't look quite so good. It looked like one big blob. And I didn't press as hard the second time. Live and learn. And I did have my embossing buddy out and planned on rubbing it across there so there wouldn't be no static clean, but I forgot. Yeah. And I think about it after I do this one, and then I turn around and don't use it again. It's kind of hard for me to remember. When I first started embossing, I didn't know there was such a thing, and I constantly tell myself to use it, but no, I forget. And this one does look much better than the first one, so I'm pretty happy with it. And I could do it again, you know, but it looks a lot better. And here I decided to put some faux stitches around it, and I'm using my embossing pen, and I've had that for years. They last forever. I think I got it right around the same time I got my embossing gun, and that would be like the first year I was scrapbooking, and I've been scrapbooking like 10, 11 years. So that pen has really worked out well for me. It's really good for filling in places, but you can also do some details on your own with it. And of course I'm saving the embossing powder because you can use it over again, and it lasts forever also. And here I'm just trying to get the detail done on that. But this was a little bit of a challenge for me since I hadn't done one in a long time, a 2-page layout. I've just got where I do single pages and I might have a coordinating page similar opposite of it, but it's not actually a 2-page layout where it continues on the other side. But that's all I used to do. I always had more than one picture I wanted to do, but the more pictures I got, the more I'd think, okay, I need to just use one or two of this, 20 pictures I took or more. And so I pick out the ones I think are the best and use them. And what's funny, I'll go back years later and look at them on the computer, put the disc in and look at them on the computer and think, oh man, I want to scrapbook that one. So I'll scrap one that at the time I might have thought wasn't, my favorite, and love it later. So yeah, your tastes change, or you see something quirky or funny on the kid's face and you want to go ahead and use it. And so I'll end up using it again. And I'm using my ATG gun there. And this roll, every now and then you get a roll that just keeps coming off, and that's one of them. I think it's looser on the spool. Or else maybe I need to change my cardboard. I have like a shim in there because it is getting old. And I have a shim in there, and it's a piece of cardboard folded in half. And it could be I need to change that. So if I have trouble with the next one, I will have to change the little piece of cardboard. And these I cut out from the 6x6 cut apart things. And I'm going to put one of the stamps in the background there. And and of course I'm going to emboss it too, but I wanted to put it as part of my layering and have the embossing as layering, and I really liked how it turned out. So it looks, to me it looks pretty good. And here I am doing it, and there will be close-ups at the end where you can see it. Part of it's covered, but you can still see part of it too. And my camera, the card ran out of memory here. Right, I guess this is right in the area where it ran out, and I didn't notice it at first. So there is a little gap there that didn't get recorded, and I'm sure it's that. And I took and swiped the cut apart through the stamp pad for the embossing, the embossing glue, and embossed the top like snow was on the top. And so that's where you're seeing that there. But yeah, I lost part of it. I wasn't sure where it was at that I lost it, because when I uploaded all this, it was kind of seamless. But yeah, now that I'm actually watching it, that this has to be the part that got cut out, because I did plan on having that in there. But I think I end up doing the letters or something where you can see that. Or maybe I did it on the banner. I don't know. I mean, I was just now watching it. You'd think I'd remember, but I don't. And these are the little pearls that I got from Liz, Tin Lizzie 444, I think it is. And Liz had mailed them to me, and I saving them to use on something where I wanted to accent with the green. Green's like my favorite color, and there is green in one of the pictures, and so I wanted to bring out the green a little bit more. And see the polka dot, I love polka dot, but yeah, I love the embossed paper more, so I am using the embossed paper instead. So I flipped it over, and it don't look like it matches super great there, but it don't look too bad in person. It's where, one end's cut from the other, but you can tell it's the same paper. And like I said, I did cut out some snowflakes to match from the scrap from that circle, but I didn't put that part on video. I did that while I was watching TV. Prime time. And I went ahead and cut them out. And I did put some foam tape on the back of this so it'll stand up a little bit higher. And both of these pictures have both of them in it. You can barely see my grandson in the back behind Brandy in the one, but they are both in both of them. And I'm going to use that Tim Holtz die for the letters. And the title's What's the Flurry? And not original title. I got some kits for my granddaughter so that when they scrapbook they can use the kits. The kits are all 2-page layouts. I got them off of HSN. But half half the time they end up doing one-page layouts out of it. But that was the title of one of the layouts, so they thought it'd be a good idea for me to use it as a title on mine. But boy, what happened there? I guess I just cut it off. I don't know. But my layout's done. But there's my 2-page layout, and I just knocked something over. And there's the left-hand side with the let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And I did cut that apart. It comes as a strip on the stamp, but I have no problem cutting them apart because I can piece them all together. And there's the close-up with the Wonder stamp embossed there and the snow. And I'm going to put a little bit of journaling there, or maybe let my grandson put it there. I might just let him put it there. He can write something there. That's a good idea. And there's the let it snow close-up. And like I said, it came as all one strip, and you can see where I just ran the top of that banner through the embossing glue and put embossing powder on it. And I guess I don't have the part. I might have deleted that. Yeah, because see, when it ran out of memory, I uploaded it and then I couldn't find it, and I uploaded it again, and I might have deleted the very last one. That's probably it, because something's missing, because I know I put the snow flakes on a video, but I don't see them now. But that's my layout. And there's What's the Flurry, and it has the snow caps also. But if you'd like to join in the challenge, just put a link below of the layout that you did with the 2-page layout and the embossing. And I'd love to watch it. And thanks Jennifer and Megan for the fun challenge and challenging me to do a 2-page layout again. And of course, I do love to emboss. I don't hardly ever do it, but I like the results. I like the looks of it. And like I said, it lasts forever, so it's worth the investment. And sorry this picture isn't as good. My lighting for a 2-page layout to take the picture isn't as good as a 1-page layout, because I kind of get farther back. But thanks for watching, and thanks for all your comments. Bye.